Hello, CD Bestie. Aku Charlie Burg. Check out my interview with CreativeDisc.com, the number one music website in Indonesia.
Hello, CD Bestie. Welcome back to another Creative Disc exclusive interview with me, Luthfi. And my guest today is singer-songwriter from Detroit, America. He already kickstarted his music career before 20. And after many mixtape and EP, finally he released new album called Infinitely Tall. But how can tall you be infinitely? That's the question. We're gonna ask it. His music transformed from bedroom pop R&B style into a more mature indie rock fused with soulful music like he used to. So without further ado, this is my guest today. This is Charlie Burg. Hello.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Thank you for having me too.
Of course.
So, what are you recently doing right now?
Well, I've been in Los Angeles, California for about a week and a half now, just recording new music actually. I'm writing more music. So,
Oh,
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
ooh, how's LA?
LA is beautiful. I always have a very inspired, lovely time whenever I visit, and it just kind of refills my heart a little bit. It's really great. The weather is beautiful.
Oh, so okay, let's talk about your new album called Infinitely Tall. Tell me more about it.
Yes. Well, I'm very proud of it. It's a long project. It's the longest project I've ever made, and it took about 2.5 to 3 years to make. I played mostly all of the instruments on the record because I felt that it was important for my self-expression to learn how to play as many instruments as possible and play them. Um, the songs on there they span across my life. The oldest song on that record is actually I wrote it when I was 19 years old in 2015. Um, and I guess I saved it until this project. But yeah, there's a lot of different styles, and I'm really proud of it.
So after so many mixtape and EP that you released, why right now in 2022, 19 August, if I'm correct?
That's right.
Yes, a proper debut album. Why now? Why 19th August?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, the album for personal reasons was a tool for me to make sense of what was happening in my life as I was leaving childhood and moving into adulthood. So, you know, you can't really control when a vision comes to fruition, or when an idea that you have sees itself through. Um, so I guess, I finished the album almost a year ago. It's been in the tank for a long time. And it's just a culmination of a lot of self exploration and discovery. So I think, the truth reveals itself to you when it's time. And now's the time for me.
But when you said that this is the process being your childhood, your teenage, your teenage, and until you are right now, I think it kind of makes sense because when I heard your past works, it's like I think you're toyed with your music, you experiment with anything, you're throwing up things on the wall and see how it works. But right now, when I heard your new material, it's like you're more mature, you are more affirmed into your music. I think that's kind of like that.
Yes, I think. Thank you for saying that. I think that's an astute observation. Yeah, I definitely came into a more solidified identity for this record.
But what's your train of thoughts when you are thinking like, oh, I'm not the same anymore, I'm not the same teenage anymore, when I'm making the first mixtape in 2015? Like, what kind of train of thought that you had when you make this album?
Yeah, I mean, change is scary. sometimes, and sometimes it's painful to move on from past lives, and or not past lives, but past experiences and past versions of yourself. But that discomfort is what makes you grow and what makes you learn to be your best self. I think when I look back on that, specifically that first project and those earlier years, I'm filled with gratitude and um, joy for everything that has brought me to where I am now, because I wouldn't be who I am if it weren't for every misstep and every success and failure. And I'm really thankful for it all. So that's really all we can be, is thankful for what we have,
Yes.
when you arrive to it. So
So being musician before 20 and put all the works in the wave of digital streaming, can you recall the moment like when you decide to becoming musician for the first time? Can you recall when you've got the big break that everybody hears your song finally?
mm, I've been asked that before. When did I make the decision to become a to do music professionally? um it wasn't really one singular moment. I never even really thought about it. I kind of didn't give myself any other option because no matter what I was doing in school
Mm,
or in my in outside of school or
mm,
in work, I always I always found myself sneaking away to find time for music,
mm,
and focusing on music even when I didn't have the time. And I guess that's just what a passion is. It's something that you can't keep yourself from exploring. And it I just fell into it. Day by day I became more ambitious.
mm,
I redefined my vision and considered what I wanted every day. It changed, and
mm.
here I am doing music full time. It's pretty surreal.
Ooh. But let's like we have a dream like we have a dream when you are not the musician. What is gonna be if you're not a musician?
Probably a teacher.
Ooh.
I have a passion for sharing
Mm,
music directly with people,
mm,
and I feel like I'm fulfilling my most true purpose when
mm,
I'm partaking in music with others. And I just think music is the direct window to the soul, and like it's just the easiest way to connect one's humanity to another's. So um, it just makes me feel really fulfilled and genuine to teach and share with others. So probably a teacher.
mm. Ah, I forgot that why your title of your album called Infinitely Tall. Is it like tall the size or tall the size of your works or anything?
um, it's called, yeah. I mean, it's hard to explain. I think the word infinite,
Mm,
um, or infinitely,
mm,
is so you can't really. There's no way to put it in a box. Like it means endless, right? It means undying, and what like as human beings, like why not why not grapple with the idea of infinity in anything you do? Like if there's no greater concept or word, then why not dive right into it? So, and also the album reflects on houses, specifically houses and spaces, and I thought it was really funny to like try to imagine an infinitely tall building or an infinitely tall house. Like it's just kind of a outlandish concept, but why not dive into it? That's what our brains are for, is for uh, considering the unconsiderable.
I see, I see, I see. So let's talk about your influence of music. Like you already grew in with so many soulful side of Detroit. And right now you've played like indie rock sound that you like, that you're like maybe like your guitar hero in the past. But how can you mix that into your own identity? Because mixing soul music, a very very soulful music. I just check your playlist. You have the Angelo on your playlist. It's very, and you have the Strokes in the one playlist. How can you mix it and make it to your own identity?
Yeah. I think beauty knows no bounds, and um, if you find something beautiful or you find something compelling, that compelling feeling is all that matters, and there's no rule book that tells you that you can't blend the sounds that exist in different worlds. I also think that a lot of so, for example, the Strokes and D'Angelo, I think they have more in common than you might think. Like just by, maybe not in those that created, D'Angelo himself and Julian Casablancas himself, they might not have a lot in common, but sonically, I think it's really fascinating to find a thread, between really unlikely artists. But yeah, it's just fun. It's fun to see how you can recontextualize beauty, recontextualize sounds.
That's such a deep talk. I didn't expect like I found similarity between the Angelo and the Strokes until this interview. Really, I mean it.
Yeah. Well,
So
go.
okay. So okay, like this is the maybe like the hardest things in this interview. So many artists, so many musicians didn't like have a fast question, a fast answer about it. So
Okay.
mention 5 things we didn't know about Charlie Burg.
5 things.
Yes.
Okay. So 5 things you need to know about me.
Yes, it can be your favorite album, favorite movies, favorite things. It can be anything.
Okay. Okay. Um. Well, my number one, my hero is Prince. I think
Yes,
he.
I can see in your mustache, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What's
That I.
what what's the biggest song uh from Prince that you like the most?
Mm, it's either a sign of the times
Hmm?
or a song called Controversy,
Ooh,
or Little Red
a
excuse me,
Little Red Corvette.
Little Red Corvette.
Yeah.
Um,
I like Kiss, Little Red Corvette, and the majority of the 1999 album is so epic. I think like
oh
it
yeah,
transcends the time. And the Purple Rain. Like how can he make Purple Rain? Like
yeah.
God.
I know it's crazy. I love
Yes.
him so much. So
Yes.
yeah, Prince is my favorite.
Mm.
Number two, it's. I know we have 2 minutes. I'm trying to think.
It's
Number
all right, it's all right,
two.
it's all right. You don't mind the time.
Okay.
Time is like infinite
Number
space. Like your album
number.
Infinite to Fall.
Okay. Guys. Number two, Detroit. The city of Detroit has a lot of rich culture and history that is underrated, and I think more people should learn about Detroit. Um, Number three, the live stage is a sacred space, and I actually believe in no backing tracks. I have I never want to use backing tracks for my whole career
The real
because I
OG
think
one. Oh my god.
yeah, I think everything should be organic and spontaneous.
Yes.
Um, Number four, I have a really big sweet tooth. I eat a lot of sweets,
Oh, such as?
such as uh, I love tiramisu and baklava
Ooh.
and cheesecake. And
Ooh.
then the last thing would probably be um, I love my dog,
Oh,
Rosie. And she is 14 and really beautiful and strong, and she's just a very, very wonderful presence in my life. So,
she's 14. Oh my god, she's so old.
yeah, she's getting up there, but she's very strong. So,
Oh my goodness. So, okay, this is very, very, very last question from me. What's next for Charlie Burg?
What's next? I'm just gonna put all of my soul into promoting this album, playing the best shows I can possibly play. I'd like to be getting a little more into fashion. Actually, I'm styling my band and having a new style for this era, and I'm working on my second album already.
So fast, just like Prince making this album. We didn't know like his newest album. Like
Yeah, he's the inspiration.
Yeah. So thank you, Charlie Burg, for having me for this interview. And this is Charlie Burg. Once again, thank you very much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.